My vision of teaching and learning has certainly matured over the course of my time here at the UOIT Faculty of Education. Last year, I arrived at UOIT with a very narrow perspective of what the teaching profession might be. I felt as though I was prepared to handle the demands and challenges that accompany the profession because of my personal experience in schools. However, over the year, my perspective of teaching has certainly shifted. Teaching is a much more complex process that involves providing students with an authentic learning experience. The role of the teacher is no longer to simply pass on knowledge and information to his or her students, but rather guide, provide for, protect, and nurture them in order to ensure that these individuals have the necessary skills and tools they need to become successful in every aspect of life. I now know that this career involves determination, time, effort, practice, and commitment. Although I don't have a wealth of experience to support me in my interpretation of what I presume to be best teaching practices, I can certainly say that my time here has prepared me well enough to identify good teaching practice when I see it. In preparation for the teaching profession, I've crafted a few learning goals for myself for my first year of teaching. Number 1, incorporate DI and UDL to cultivate an inclusive classroom culture. Number 2, implement my vision of achieving excellence within the classroom. And number 3, provide support to children who are transitioning into a new classroom. Over the course of my journey, I've become familiar with differentiated instruction and universal design for learning. The Learning for All document is a must for aspiring teachers as it guides teachers in the implementation of strategies to benefit all learners. I've learned that UDL and DI make learning an inclusive experience for all students. UDL involves making the curriculum accessible for all students, while differentiated instruction involves tailoring instruction to meet different learning styles. Both approaches align with my vision of teaching because I believe that all students can learn. My goal as a first-year teacher is to implement DI and UDL in a way to ensure that all students learn and are able to do so to their full potential. Inspired by the ministry's Achieving Excellence document, my second goal is to implement my vision of achieving excellence in the classroom. The Ministry of Education describes achieving excellence as achieving high levels of academic performance, acquiring valuable skills, and demonstrating good citizenship. However, when I initially envisioned excellence, I perceived it as each and every student learning and working to the best of his or her ability. Because when you think about it, what does a high level of academic performance really mean? It is really simply a standard set by the education system, and excellence can be subjective. One student's excellence may not be another student's excellence. In spite of this, some of the ministry's other goals, like promoting well-being and ensuring equity, align more closely with my vision of teaching and learning because I believe that students should be inspired to reach their full potential while developing a positive sense of self, mental health, and physical health. Transitioning into a new class can be an exciting and yet challenging experience for both students and parents. My goal as a first-year teacher is to support both parties as they adjust to this new process. I anticipate that many students entering a new grade or class will experience a variety of different challenges. We have many students coming in with diverse skills, abilities, and interests, and from different cultural backgrounds. For many students, this may be the first opportunity to socialize with a large group of individuals. I strongly believe I can support my students by creating a learning environment that caters to the unique needs of each student. I hope to not only support students but also parents in order to ensure a smooth transition for all. For example, I would provide parents with information on what they can do on their part in order to prepare children entering a new class. I would also encourage them to play an active role in their child's learning and provide them with extra information and resources on how they can support their children outside of the classroom. For the purpose of this video, I mentioned 3 goals that I wish to accomplish during my first year of teaching. However, in reality, I do have many more because the truth is this program has provided me with a wealth of information that I will be taking with me into my profession as a new teacher. I know that as a future teacher, I will create opportunities that allow for myself to teach as I aspire to teach, specifically to the best of my ability and my potential.
Created using Powtoon.